Welcome aboard the Queen Mary, one of the most legendary ocean liners ever built. Commissioned by the Cunard Line, she was constructed by John Brown and Company in Clydebank, Scotland, with construction beginning in 1930. Launched in 1934, the Queen Mary began her maiden voyage in 1936, showcasing the height of luxury and engineering during the golden age of transatlantic travel. Designed in elegant Art Deco style, she carried royalty, world leaders, and Hollywood stars across the Atlantic. Retired in 1967 and now docked in Long Beach, California, the Queen Mary endures as a powerful symbol of maritime history and innovation. As we step inside, our first stop is this hotel reception, which was once the first-class purser's desk, the ship's main service hub, where passengers managed accounts, exchanged currency, and stored valuables during their voyage across the Atlantic. But not all rooms hold such pleasant memories. Located in deck forward, portside B, is the infamous room B340. A mysteriously vague entry in the ship's log, dated September 1949, states that a passenger was found deceased in his cabin. While no name was given, legends have claimed the victim as Walter. Reports of strange activity in B340 span from the ship's days as an ocean liner to the present day. Guests complained of knocking on the door in the middle of the night, lights and sink faucets turning on and off, unexplained opening and closing of doors, and more. Perhaps all the activity is just Walter trying to get someone to listen to his side of the story. Use the Ouija board and ask him yourself. Of course, most passengers enjoyed far more peaceful accommodations. Step into one of the Queen Mary's original first-class staterooms, once reserved for the world's elite. Elegant wood paneling, Art Deco details, unmatched luxury at sea. Today, guests can still experience this authentic piece of maritime history as part of the Queen Mary Hotel. Beyond the staterooms, passengers enjoyed world-class amenities. Step into the Queen Mary's first-class swimming pool, an Art Deco masterpiece that once defined luxury at sea. Imagine this basin filled with crystal-clear water, elegant passengers in their finest swimwear, the sound of laughter echoing off these ornate tiles. But war changed everything. The pool was drained. Soldiers' bunks replaced the water. Luxury became survival. After the war, glamour returned. For a time. Today, the pool stands empty, frozen in history. And yet, something lingers here. Visitors hear the giggle of a young girl named Jackie, splashing in water that no longer exists. Others glimpse a woman in a vintage bathing suit, wandering near the changing rooms. The strangest part? Official records show no one ever drowned here. The water is long gone, but the echoes? They've never left. From the enclosed pool to the open air, let's head outside. Popular for deck games and promenading, the sports deck was a multi-use recreational open space. Since this ocean liner was a luxury experience, an open-air deck space was rare and signaled the importance of passenger leisure. But the ship's story takes a darker turn. During the war, this luxury liner became a vessel of survival. This is the beating heart of the command center, the War Room. Churchill's staff made plans to defeat German attackers based on intelligence gathered in this room. During World War II, military staff sat at the long table and took telephone reports from the Royal Army, Navy, and Air Force. To keep the room quiet and calm, the white, green, and black phones flashed lights instead of ringing. Plotters added and moved color-coded pins and miniature flags on large maps to show the most up-to-date military information. Below deck, luxury vanished. The Queen Mary, designed for fewer than 2,000 passengers, now carried over 15,000 troops per voyage, a record that still stands. Opulent cabins stripped bare, replaced with bunk beds stacked 4 high. Officers had small, private cabins, slightly better than the crowded dormitories below. But comfort meant nothing. Only speed and secrecy kept the Gray Ghost and her precious cargo alive. What made this speed possible? Let's venture below to discover the engineering marvel that powered her.
This is the engine control panel, where engineers commanded every aspect of the ship's massive power plant. Beyond it lies the heart of the Queen Mary, 4 colossal Parsons steam turbines. Each one generated 40,000 horsepower, making her the fastest cruising ship of her time. Here's the lubrication pump, essential for keeping thousands of moving parts running smoothly at extreme speeds and temperatures. And this is the turning gear, a mechanical giant that slowly rotated the propeller shafts during maintenance. Engineering brilliance, frozen in time.
From the engines that drove the ship, let's see what they powered. The Queen Mary had 4 massive manganese bronze propellers, each driven independently by its own turbine engine to push her through the water at incredible speed. The propeller room displays the last remaining one. From the depths below to the command above, it's where the ship was navigated. This is the navigation room, the nerve center of the entire ship. From this bridge, officers commanded the Queen Mary and maintained constant watch over the vessel. But this bridge also witnessed tragedy. In 1942, while zigzagging to evade German submarines, the Queen Mary accidentally struck its escort ship, HMS Curacoa, slicing the cruiser in half. Over 300 men perished. Under strict orders, the Queen Mary could not stop. The liner continued its mission, while the secret remained hidden until after the war. The room that guided thousands safely also carried the weight of an unspeakable loss. To learn more about this rich history, on the promenade deck just beside the Queen's Salon, you'll find the Queen Mary Archive Museum, an engaging space dedicated to the ship's extraordinary past. Inside, over 50 artifacts are on display, including rare pieces such as the very first captain's ship log, being showcased to the public for the very first time. Guests are invited to step deeper into Queen Mary's legacy and explore items that mark her journey, design, and enduring cultural impact. From history to hospitality, let's explore the spaces where visitors gather today. Step inside the historic Observation Bar, where Art Deco style meets lively weekly events. Tuesdays feature Meet Me at the Mary with live music and cocktails. Wednesdays offer open karaoke. Thursdays bring smooth jazz and blues. And Fridays kick off the weekend with Friday Night Live. Whether you're here for the music, the drinks, or the history, the Observation Bar remains one of Queen Mary's most iconic lounges. Once the heart of shipboard social life, this restored teak deck stretches the full length of the Queen Mary, offering windowed views for any weather. During World War II, glass panels were added to increase safety, reducing its original open-air feel. By the cafe are an array of ship models, the RMS Lusitania, SS Normandy, and RMS Titanic. Their differences in design, fate, and legacy make this exhibit all the more fascinating. Let's return to the ship's elegant social spaces. Originally the ship's first-class dining room, the Grand Salon dazzled with Art Deco design, rich wood paneling, and original artwork, and includes a moving, blinking, real-time map of the Queen Mary's voyage. During World War II, it served as a military mess hall before being restored to its former elegance. Today, the Grand Salon hosts special events and continues to showcase its historic splendor. Adjacent to the Grand Salon is the Queen's Salon. Once the first-class main lounge is now one of Long Beach's most elegant event spaces, capturing the glamour of 1930s transatlantic travel. Designed for afternoon teas, orchestral performances, and the quiet rituals of elite ocean liner society, it was engineered to impress from the moment guests entered. Its focal point, Unicorns in Battle, a 1936 gilt gesso mural by Alfred J. Oakley and Gilbert Bays, rises above the golden onyx fireplace, blending mythology with Art Deco style. The Royal Wedding Chapel is another one of the ship's transformed spaces. Before, this room was used as the second-class smoking room. Today, it serves as an indoor ceremony space, capable of seating approximately 160 guests. Aboard the Queen Mary, don't miss the Sisters of the Sea exhibit on the D-deck, which features a 250,000 brick Lego model of the Queen Mary that weighs just over 600 pounds. Next to it are two stunning 8-foot-long models of both the Queen Mary and the Queen Elizabeth. Crafted primarily from balsa wood, these intricate replicas contain a surprising fact. The Queen Mary model took 20 years to complete, while the Queen Elizabeth was finished in just 5. Now, let's step outside to where passengers once took in the magnificent views.
We are here at the observation deck, where elegance meets the open sea. From the very bow of the ship, passengers once gathered here to watch the horizon, sipping cocktails from the Art Deco lounge behind us. Today, visitors still come for the views, the Long Beach skyline, the harbor, the sunset over the Pacific.
And finally, we end our journey here on the sun deck.
Once, this deck held 15,000 troops in a single voyage, the Gray Ghost racing across the Atlantic, outrunning death, from luxury liner to wartime hero to living museum. The Queen Mary has lived many lives. Nearly a century later, she remains magnificent. Welcome aboard the Queen Mary.